Putting this out there, though, I feel like if his arms were severed, like, because he fell, like, the way that this drawing is implying he fell, I feel like the positioning of the severed would have been a little bit different on the arms. Anyways, this is the trap that killed Yoichi. The trap likely activated between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. when the lighting system operated. The lighting system rotates the greenhouse and locks the door. Tsukijiro tried to use this to evade the surveillance cameras, but it seems the lighting system was designed to make the greenhouse an airtight chamber. Otherwise, those manual handles and sturdy automatic doors have no reason to exist. So, what happened? How did Yoichi end up dead? My theory, the activation of the lighting system was the first switch. Or should I say, the first trigger. And the final trigger, the goddess statue sword. Yoichi was going to the lab to get the virus concentrate, hold down on the sword, triggering the trap. As the laboratory opened, the entire greenhouse fell, as a zero-gravity state was created. The underground laboratory goes down to 200 meters. 2,000 meters. The entire building was in a zero-gravity state for about 10 to 20 seconds from freefall. What happens then? In an instant, Yoichi's body would be floating. Yoichi, in a moment of panic, would have tried to cling to the nearby goddess sword. He managed to grab the sword and tried to stay put. However, after zero-gravity brakes are activated, then an internal force of over 200 kilometers an hour would act on Yoichi's body. As a result, the sword became an upside-down guillotine and sliced Yoichi. Thus, Yoichi struck the floor with his head and arms severed. This is the trap that killed Yoichi! Yikes! A reverse guillotine? How outlandish. Such a crazy idea. I'd love to see such a thing. Shiratori! Did you know about the zero-gravity device? Of course not. Kiyomasa never told me anything about how to prepare virus. Despite my multiple greenhouse outings, I never considered that the entire greenhouse could be a zero-gravity drop device. Indeed, the wealth of the Kukuri family knows no bounds. To think such a ridiculous facility was right by the mansion where we live. The president was using such a perilous device this whole time. No, originally, the blaze would have been less sudden. The zero-gravity was solely to refine virus. Applying sudden brakes and destroying everything inside would defeat the purpose. Therefore, it's likely that someone had deliberately made this ultra-dangerous brake system. While greenhouse devices are managed by a console, so something was altered. It still seems like the lighting system and the statue sword were set as triggers. Impressive! As expected of the great detective. I still think all of this, the way it's being explained, still stands to reason that theoretically, this could be a trap set by the dad. The concept of a zero-gravity device is quite absurd, but for now, this is our best answer. So, what is the truth behind this case? I can see through you! Or whoever you are, Mr. or not. You're the one who did it! Right! He's saying that. What do you think, Rei Shimobe? Just say it and wrap this up. So, name the culprit. The one behind the Kukuri family inheritance case is... The culprit is... I don't want to name him! I don't want to name him! I don't think it's him! I don't think it's him. Let me make a save here. Just gonna save. I wonder if I can accuse somebody else. Hang on! Bun's gonna duck around and find out. Give me one moment. No, it's impossible for them to have committed the crime using that trap. Okay. Okay, so I'm just not allowed to duck around and find out. Understood. Again, I still think it was the father, but... Oh! Really? An expensive large-scale trap set up in secret. They need a motive, too. Oh. An expensive large-scale trap set up in secret? So it's one of these guys? Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Can I click on... I can click on the picture in the back! Yes! Oh my god, I was like, how do I accuse him if he's not in the room? He's been here the whole time! It has to be Kiyomasa Kukuri! Yes! Oh my god! The charm is like a culprit? What are you saying? This is absurd! The geezer is a culprit? No way! That's impossible! Series of murders were all traps triggered by something. If we consider it, a trap could be set in advance. So, Kiyomasa could have... And knowing the contents of the will in advance is also very important. There's only one person in this world who meets both of these conditions. That's right, Kiyomasa Kukuri. Kiyomasa was worried that the inheritance would end up with Yoichi and his other sons. I think that's when he decided to test it. To see if anyone was worthy enough to inherit the estate. All three victims died of some kind of trap. These traps were designed to activate when someone tried to take someone else out. Seizo was trying to interfere with the inheritance process. Tsukijiro was trying to murder Mizuna. Yoichi too was trying to murder Mizuna. Anyone who tried to off anyone else would lose both the inheritance and their lives. This is the truth behind the Kukuri family inheritance murder case. Hold on, I still can't accept this. Did the chairman really set it up? You have no proof. There's evidence. Actually, Kiyomasa has clearly declared his guilt. As for evidence for that... Oh my god, I am so excited. I thought I saw the prompt when she moused over. I did not see the prompt when I moused over it. So I was sitting there like, I mean, do they really want me to accuse them? I was like, I'm almost positive it's the dad. Oh my god, that's so clever. It's been sitting there. He's been here as a part of this the whole time. Alright, this is the final part. Solving this mystery will be the final step in the case. Let me think this through. Evidence that all the murders were committed by Kiyomasa Kukuri in his own declaration. Let's find it. If Kiyomasa left a declaration, it must have been in writing. And if it's in writing, the first thing to do is focus on Kiyomasa's handwriting. Retribution! In the diary Kiyomasa kept, remember his handwriting well. And then, search for the items with this handwriting. I recall, there are a total of 4 items that had a peculiar feature. Moreover, since Kiyomasa's declaration is essentially a confession, the order of the items matters. Imagine his preserved message, and read it accurately. God, I had this figured out! This makes me very happy that I had this figured out last time we played this, and I was like, I feel like this would be a great way. This is exactly what I meant when I said, I'm betting one more person dies and the murderer is dead too. First initial message. Let's see. Oh, okay, cool. I have to find the specific one. So where's the one that says... Tree... Oh, right, this one. This is the one. Shun. So it's this one. No. Where's the rat? Oh, here. Is it here? No. Where's the one that says rat? Where's the one that says re? Because this one is boo, and then this one is tri. So re, tri, bu, and this one is shun. This one is shun. Yeah, it has shun. Is it this one? The gun hasn't been used. Ah, here we go. Here's the re. Re. Okay, here we go. Re. Oh my god, here we go. Certainly, this is a message left by Kiyomasa. The order is also correct. Words are emerged, and when everything is arranged are. Alright, re, and then this one is tree, I believe. Yeah, this one is tree. And then this one is boo. And then this one is shun. Nope, that's not right. This one, retribution. Oh, that's so good. I've got it. From these conclusions, the conclusion we could draw is this. I wonder what this is in the Japanese version, because it's translated to retribution in English, but there are 4 pieces. When you put it together, the 4 pieces of the message, retribution. In other words, what goes around, comes around. This notebook belongs to Kiyomasa, and the handwriting matches his. Isn't that right, Miss Mizuno? Yes, there's no mistake. Indeed, this matches the chairman's handwriting and the documents. After all, only the state's owner could tamper with the system and set up the traps. By deliberately leaving the retribution note, he intended to confess to the crime. If all the traps were triggered and retribution was written, only Mizuno survives. Otherwise, Mizuno would likely be suspected, hence why he left this note. Yes, to ensure that Yori Mizuno's rights as a legitimate heir would not be lost. That's it! We've reached noon. If there are no objections, as per the will of the deceased, Mizuno will inherit the estate. Does anyone object? No one? Then, the inheritance meeting will be adjourned. May the heir, Yori Mizuno, be forever blessed. With that, we conclude the meeting! I only died twice, but I survived! Oh, that's so fun! I really enjoyed this. Case record updated? Got through the 3rd day of the meeting. Thus, the longest 48 hours ever came to an end. Thank you for the head pats! This kind of thing should have been a matter completely unrelated to me. But even so, I don't think I wasted my time. The quest for the truth. I feel like I've learned something about it. Kishiru Inugami. I can't deny that I owe it to him, at least in part, as annoying as he may be. Alright, this is my final day. 165 remaining until the end of the world.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming all this way. Really wanted to talk to you. I love we're down here in the super sussy, definitely secret laboratory now. I was summoned by Kishiru Inugami after the meeting to the underground laboratory. What could we possibly talk about? Just the two. Well, the fact that he knows you're using the power of God is, I think, a bit of a problem, girly. So, we got some stuff to discuss. Now that the inheritance meeting is over, could it be about the founder's murder case? Oh, you're so hopeful, girly pop. You're so hopeful. He's about to spring something horrific on me. But this person could be the culprit who kills me. Could it be that he wants to kill me to prevent being investigated? But if he wanted to silence me, he would have already done it. What's going on? The angels also haven't appeared in a while. What do I do? Ray Shimobe. Yes? He's here to confess his love to you. Oh my god, no! You have to tell him you're... No. He can poly. Listen, we can share. I'm gonna put this out there. I mean, I haven't found a hot man to ship him with, but like, he deserves to have a boyfriend. He really does. Or, I'm putting this out there. If I, as the founder, have a male version, I deserve to be shipped with him. He deserves to have... Actually, this would be funny. This would be the twink. I'm even more twink than he is if I was a boy. So like, 'cause I'm super gender androgynous. That would be hot though. I don't want to kiss him, but like if I have a male version of me, I would totally kiss him. Because unfortunately for all of us, I'm now in a relationship with Yori Mizuno. She's so pretty. We're gonna have Yuri all over the place. I love her so much. First of all, I must thank you for solving the case. No. It was something I brought up myself. By the way, didn't you find it strange? What do you mean? That is someone who upholds the law. I didn't call the Ministry of Security, despite the murders. Honestly, not really. It's because I, as a detective, volunteered to investigate. I am a law enforcer. Don't you think I have an obligation to report it to the Ministry of Security? Yes, that's true. Then why? Well, the reason is to prevent the case from being solved too quickly. Didn't want the case to be solved quickly? That's right. At the very least, until one of the brothers revealed how to enter this lab. Yeah, he couldn't let it end because he had an ulterior motive for being here. He needed to figure out how to get down there. And I'm putting this out there, depending on when he figured out that we were using the power of God, it also gave him an opportunity to investigate us. Like, it also gave him an opportunity to watch us work and try and figure out what's going on with us. I didn't want the case to be resolved. That's why I didn't call the ministry, despite its resources and investigation skills. I look forward to the Ministry of Security. That'll be super fun when I get to be the detective without being the detective. Though I have a feeling, because I know it's stealth portions of games, it's gonna be a lot of like probably arresting people or not getting caught by bad guys, which is terrifying. In other words, you wanted to find this lab and wanted the murders to continue for that? If that's how you want to interpret it. Could it be that you knew these murders would happen before coming here? Well, kind of, considering the will. And I knew their person. I was gonna say, I mean, dude, quite literally the will said anyone left alive at the end of day 3 gets money. Like, that implies that there's going to be a bloodbath. Like, Inugami is probably the only other person who knew that there was going to be a bloodbath going into this, other than the father who did the bloodbath, and me. Because I'm the protagonist, and I'm an omnipotent being, and I know what's going to happen because this is a Vijumo game. Like, in fact, I was the one who proposed. Of course he was! Of freaking course he was the one who proposed the will idea. Of course he was. God, this man. So, did you ask me since you knew I was a detective? As an excuse not to call them? Indeed! What a super detective. You figured it out. I was played. Hold on, wait a second! This conversation is strange. Indeed, the case has been solved. The murder trap was revealed, and the culprit found. The motive was also clear, and inheritance was resolved. Everything was settled. Yet, the way he talks, it's as if the incident, solution, and conclusion were preordained. Now that I think about it, in the meeting, Kishido Inugami said something like that. You act like you've been piecing it together, but hasn't someone been guiding you? Shimobe? Could it be that someone is deceiving you? Someone was not Mizuno. The one who was guiding me, deceiving me. of a baby boy who's done nothing wrong. He's never done anything wrong. So, it was actually him, wasn't it? Actually, that is a great way, I will say, to explain. Every time you talk to him when you're in one of the investigation points, he gives you basically like, hey, this is where you need to look. Like, he tells you, this is where you should look. Like, here's where you need to look, here's where you need to look, and here's where you need to look. That is obviously there, you know, to help and guide players. Like, yeah, there's going to be a mechanic that helps players, like, if they're stuck, like, hey, this is where you should be looking for clues. This is a game where mechanics are written into the lore. This is a game where mechanics are written into the lore. Yes. Yeah, a little grass never hurt nobody. Listen. Our boy, he just had a little grass. He got a little silly, you know. He did a little gaslight gatekeep girl boss. But, like, he deserves it, you know, as a treat. Let me tell you an old story. It's the story you wanted to hear before. About why I quit being a private detective. Sure. Oh. Tables and graphs are pasted here, can't make heads or tails of them. A microscope. There are books on physics here, including books on weightlessness. A ladder to the surface. I have to talk to Inugami. I'm stuck here with him, or rather, he's stuck here with me. I mentioned that I was requested by Kiyomasa at the time, didn't I? Yes, you said the request was about money stolen from the safe at Kukuri Pharmaceuticals? The suspect was one of the 6 executives of the company, right? Well, remembered. You're an excellent detective. I did not remember that. Nope. Then I, as an even more skilled detective, successfully identified the culprit. Supposedly. Supposedly? The story about the company's money being stolen. It was a lie. A lie? The person I apprehended. Let's call him Mr. Y for now. Mr. Y confessed to the theft. However, he insisted what he stole was not money. He claimed that he only stole some documents. Imagine lying? Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Don't look at my 100-line playthrough. Couldn't be me. Imagine lying. He claimed he had proof of wrongdoing and intended to use it to expose the situation. But no one believed what Mr. Y said, given his appearance as a petty crook. I also did not trust Mr. Y, but believed Kiyomasa. He was strict, but sincere. His contributions to our country were also significant. And, as promised, the thief was dealt with internally within the organization. Mr. Y was made to resign, and that was the end of it. No criminal record was attached. You have to take the good with the bad. That's what Kiyomasa said. To achieve greatness, you need to achieve greatness, you need your ideals and to accept all kinds of things. As one who aspires to be just a detective, it seemed like too naive an attitude towards evil. Thank you! But perhaps I was the naive one. Why does he think he was naive? And was the money being stolen a lie? A few days after the case was solved, Mr. Y was found dead. According to the ministry investigation, he overdosed on drugs and drove himself to suicide. Just before Mr. Y's death, he was seen in a downtown area wielding a knife. He was reported to have been rampaging and spouting nonsense. And finally, he gouged out his own eyes and died. Committing suicide via drug overdose breaks many doctrines. No doubt he was a heretic. Indeed, it seemed a fitting end to he who stole company money. I thought this until... What happened? A series of bizarre deaths followed, involving people having their eyes gouged out. Is this really a sensational case? You probably remember it, right? Well, the ministry suspected a connection with a notorious murderer who did something similar. But I didn't think so. Because most of the victims were somehow associated with Kukuri Pharmaceuticals. And among them were the remaining 5 suspects from the theft case I solved. There was no one left who knew about that incident, besides Kiyomasa and I. Well then, great detective, what do you see from here? Silencing? A silencing, right? That's right, no doubt about it. At the time, doubts and anxieties were beginning to well up inside me. A letter arrived for me. The sender was Mr. Y. What? Alright, hang on. I'm gonna do this prematurely. It seems that Mr. Y sent me a letter just before he died. At the time, for some reason, I was moving my office location, so delivery was delayed. What did it say? The truth about the theft. At the time, Y had claimed the wrongdoing was true. No, it wasn't just that. Kiyomasa Kukuri was involved in a crime that could have toppled our country. The evidence materials were secret ledger and manufacturing producer notes. Those were the actual stolen goods he took. Well, the crooked accounting is one thing. What about the manufacturing procedures? Oh, I forgot to mention, but the drug that led to Mr. Y's suicide was a prototype of a certain drug that would spread throughout the country. Perhaps a certain drug named Virus? A certain drug. Virus. Virus! The very same virus that's being developed here? A crime that could end the country. Perhaps Mr. Y was trying to expose illegal manufacturing and distribution of virus, assassination of key figures, illegal manufacture and distribution of virus. Precisely. As revealed in the meeting, Kiyomasa Kukuri was secretly selling virus to heretics. He amassed a fortune, rivaling the national budget. It wasn't his chemical manufacturing or tobacco smuggling that got him rich. It was virus. So, Kishiru Inugami knew about this. The fact that Kiyomasa Kukuri was making virus. Mr. Y was trying to tell the public. And he failed. Or rather, I stopped him. I still remember his face when I said he was the culprit. Not the virus! I ruined everything! I stopped it! I ruined it! I resent myself for immersing in the thrill of mystery solving. Playing detective. I want to strangle myself.